So let's just be real. You already know, and you've known for a while. And yet, let's be honest, you've asked three people, you've Googled it twice, and you've replayed the conversation for an entire week looking for evidence to what you felt was actually real. So let's just name it. That is just not a lack of clarity. That is what happens when we're taught very early and through repetition that our own knowing wasn't safe to trust. This is not a finger pointing game. This is truth. Because at some point, who you thought you were was rejected by who you built yourself for. And that could be just innocently for a parent, it could be for a partner, it could be to belong to a system that needed you to stay small, to be comfortable inside of it. And when that reflection was taken away, or when it was never really there to begin with, you didn't know who you were without it. And this is a huge gut punch. And it can make us retract. So I want to talk about what self-doubt is really about. Self-doubt is not a personality trait. It is not humility, or it's not even wisdom. It's a loyalty response. And this could be loyalty to a person, to a system, to a family pattern that needed you uncertain to stay in control. So let's stay in truth. Because you learn to second guess yourself before anyone else could. Truth. You preempted your doubt faster than the correction and smaller than the punishment. I'll say that again. You are preempting your doubt faster than the correction and smaller than the punishment. And so let's talk about seeking. The seeking, the asking, the confirming, the needing someone to say it first. That isn't weakness or you're doing something wrong. That is a trained reflex to outsource your authority to anyone but yourself. Truth? Let me know. Because you're not actually looking for information. You're looking for permission. I've seen this in my own community. I see this in myself. It's cringe, right? Because you've been looking in the wrong places. And that's okay. And so here's what finding your way back to yourself looks like for me. It wasn't some big breakthrough. It wasn't some healing retreat, a big aha. It was this very slow, quiet recognition that I had built an identity inside someone else's inability to see me. And everything that I became to survive that, an excessive hypervigilance, people-pleasing, not trusting what I knew, and it was just me trying to navigate a trap I had mistaken as this is me and this is my home. So the way back wasn't to get what I needed from them. It was to become the one who could finally see myself. I had to give it to myself first. And that is in the same way that I show up for my children, in the same way that I never stop showing up for others. And that is what breaks generational cycles. It's not about healing yourself. And that reframe really helped me. It was about becoming the one in your lineage who finally stopped outsourcing their own authority. Arc 2 of Earth School is what we call trust. And it's not trusting a process. It's not trusting me. It's actually trusting yourself and having that experience. Because Trusting yourself is rebuilding the relationship between you and what you know and what you allow yourself to act on. Closing that gap that opened it the first time someone needed you because they couldn't meet you or see you for who you are. Time to see yourself. Earth School is open. The link is below. And enter when that part of you that you already know is really tired of waiting for permission. I'll see you in the next video.